Assalamualaikum. Kebohongan tidak mungkin bertahan selamanya. Orang hanya bisa menutupinya selama beberapa waktu saja sebelum akhirnya terbongkar. Itulah yang terjadi dengan Al-Quran. Keterbukaan informasi yang terjadi sekarang tidak bisa dihalangi dan membuat narasi kebohongan yang selama berabad-abad melindungi kepalsuan Al-Quran ditelanjangi dengan kejam di depan mata banyak orang. Tapi sebagian besar muslim masih belum sadar pada apa yang sedang terjadi dan masih mencoba bertahan dengan klaim-klaim klasik mereka seperti yang dipaparkan oleh David Wood dalam video berikut ini. Tonton terus sampai habis karena saya akan memberikan komentar lebih jauh tentang ini.
Perfect preservation, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect preservation. That's what our Muslim friends have been telling us for decades. Perfect preservation, right down to the letter, from the time it was revealed to Muhammad. Seeking evidence for this claim, we opened their most trusted sources, and we read about entire chapters of the Quran being lost forever, large passages being lost forever, verses being eaten by a sheep, lost forever. How did our Muslim friends respond when we showed them that their own sources repeatedly declare that the Quran was changed over and over and over? They said, perfect preservation, right down to the letter. Hatun Tash and Jay Smith went to Speaker's Corner with 26 different Arabic Qurans. Not 26 different translations, 26 different Arabic Qurans. How did our Muslim friends respond? Perfect preservation, right down to the letter. Non-Muslims are publishing entire books filled with Quran variants. How do our Muslim friends respond? Perfect preservation, right down to the letter. Fortunately, after decades of non-Muslims showing Muslims what's in their own sources and their own manuscripts, after decades of Muslim apologists lying about the history of the Quran, there are finally some Muslim scholars who are starting to admit that there are holes in the narrative.
And it's very clear to you and to every single very advanced student and specialist that the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
Why are they finally acknowledging that there's a problem? Because the evidence is piling up too fast, and Muslim scholars are realizing that the longer they deny reality, the more shame and embarrassment they'll face later. But let's focus on Dr. Shabir Ali, who has recently admitted that there are different Qurans in different parts of the world.
Today, most Muslims read the Quran in a text that is referred to as the Egyptian edition of 1924. That's how scholars refer to it. Most Muslims may not have realized that this is a designation for that manuscript, for that text. To Muslims in general, this is just simply the Quran. But this is not the only text of the Quran that is read throughout the world.
He's also admitted that there are differences in Quran manuscripts.
So there was this period in which Muslims had the opportunity to teach others the Quran without insisting on the precise words. Recently, a manuscript has been discovered from Sana'a in Yemen, and it's referred to as the Sana'a manuscript. That manuscript has two layers of Quranic writing. The lower layer has been scraped off, and the upper layer has the Quranic text written over. Now, the upper layer text quite closely corresponds to what Muslims are reading in the world today as the text of the Quran. The lower text that has been scraped off has some variation from what Muslims are reading in today's text.
Because Shabir knows what non-Muslim scholars are finding when they go through manuscripts of the Quran. They're finding missing words, added words, changed words, words moved around, words written over, words erased. It's a giant mess. As an example, yesterday, Dr. Dan Brubaker, a textual critic of Quran manuscripts, posted a video where he shows a single page of a Quran manuscript. He shows that there are no less than 11 textual variants and corrections on that one page. Different Arabic words, different meanings, different translations. And what are our Muslim friends going to conclude from this? Perfect preservation, right down to the letter. My Muslim friends, do you have any clue what kind of damage you're doing to the future of your religion right now? Once this lie has been exposed, possibly the biggest lie in history, the supposed perfect preservation of a book that was repeatedly changed and corrupted. Once this lie has been exposed, we are never going to believe anything you tell us about your religion ever again. When you lie to our faces about what we can see with our own eyes, you destroy your own credibility. When your own sources say that entire chapters of the Quran were lost, and that large passages were lost, and that countless verses were lost, and you say perfect preservation right down to the letter, it becomes impossible to believe you. When you say that there are no textual variants in the entire history of the Quran, while textual critics who go through the manuscripts say that they found tens of thousands of textual variants, there's simply no way to take you seriously ever again.
Dalam video tadi, David Wood menyebutkan Hatun Tas dan J. Smith mempertunjukkan 26 Al-Quran berbahasa Arab yang berbeda. Sekarang Hatun Tas sudah mengkoleksi 37 Al-Quran yang berbeda. Fakta keberadaan Al-Quran yang berbeda-beda ini sudah pasti sangat memukul Muslim. Kebanyakan Muslim membela diri dengan mengatakan Allah memang menurunkan Al-Quran dalam 7 dialek yang berbeda. Namun ini menimbulkan pertanyaan besar tentang klaim keterjagaan Al-Quran. Bagaimana Al-Quran bisa disebut terjaga jika dari 7 dialek Al-Quran yang diturunkan Allah, hanya tersisa satu saja setelah Utsman membakar semua mushaf Al-Quran selain yang berdialek Quraisy? Fakta ini sudah mencederai klaim keterjagaan Al-Quran di samping kasus ayat-ayat Al-Quran yang hilang dan dimakan kambing seperti yang disebutkan oleh David Wood tadi. Selanjutnya, bagaimana menjelaskan dari satu Al-Quran yang tersisa di zaman Khalifah Utsman, sekarang terbukti ada 37 Al-Quran berbeda? Ini menjadi pertanyaan besar atas klaim keterjagaan Al-Quran. Adanya 37 Al-Quran yang berbeda itu sudah menjadi bukti bahwa Al-Quran tidak terjaga kemudiannya dan tidak bebas dari campur tangan manusia. Celakanya, tidak ada satu Muslim pun yang bisa memastikan mana dari 37 Al-Quran yang berbeda itu yang benar-benar asli tidak berubah sejak zaman Muhammad. Sampai hari ini, mushaf Utsman yang bisa digunakan sebagai rujukan Al-Quran asli tidak ada jejaknya sama sekali. Tapi Muslim masih punya satu argumen yang tersisa. Al-Quran adalah satu-satunya kitab suci yang dihafal oleh pengikutnya. Sayangnya klaim ini sekarang juga harus runtuh. Lihat apa yang terjadi ketika Muhammad Hijab meminta Dr. Yasir Qadhi menuliskan ayat-ayat Al-Quran yang dihafalnya.
One question: if I were to give you a blank mushaf, yeah, and tell you to write what is munazzal verbatim from Allah into that mushaf with no human interference, would you write something which corresponds?
It's not an easy answer. It's not an easy yes or no. It is enough for the Muslim to believe the Quran is the uncreated speech of Allah. The Quran is preserved. The Quran is known. The Quran is mutawatir. And alhamdulillah, all of the qira'at are the Quran. All of the qira'at are authentic. Alhamdulillah. Leave it at that, ya akhi. It is enough for the Muslim to know that the Quran is the speech of Allah that has been protected, and what we recite is the kalam of Allah.
Jelas sekali Dr. Yasir Qadhi tidak berani, karena dia pun sudah tidak yakin lagi apakah Al-Quran yang dihafalnya itu benar-benar sama dengan Al-Quran yang diturunkan pada Muhammad. Bahkan dia meminta Muslim cukup percaya saja dan jangan bertanya-tanya lebih jauh, karena dia tahu kebohongan Islam tidak mungkin dipertahankan lagi. Percaya saja bahwa Al-Quran itu sabda Allah, terjaga kemudiannya, dan bebas dari kesalahan. Tidak peduli sebanyak apapun bukti yang menentangnya. Itu satu-satunya cara bagi Muslim untuk mempertahankan iman Islamnya. Pertanyaannya, sampai kapan Muslim dapat mempertahankan iman buta di tengah derasnya arus informasi sekarang ini? Apa yang sekarang terungkap ini belum seberapa. Akan muncul lebih banyak lagi bukti-bukti yang membongkar kebohongan Al-Quran. termasuk kelemahan narasi standar yang mulai diakui oleh beberapa akademisi muslim, sudah pasti akan dieksploitasi habis-habisan dan akan tersebar dengan cepat. Akhirnya, ketika kebenaran dinyatakan, Islam pun tenggelam dan menjadi bagian dari sejarah kelam umat manusia.